real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Unique Alley dated a man who has children with the defendant's sister. Unique often helped the defendant's sister, who's with the defendant in court because she's a drug addict who has also been involved in prostitution. Unique suing because she claims the defendant damaged her car. Defendant David Smith says he met Unique through his sister, who's with him in court today. David's sister admits that she used to prostitute, but says she doesn't anymore. David believes Unique is suing for more than he owes.
All right, tell me what happened.
I met David through his sister here, Delana. Me and Delana, we dated the same man, which is her kid's father. I came upon letting her come stay at my house when he went to jail when we were dating. And during the time that this happened, I would like help her with the kids when, you know, she wouldn't wake up or whatever, because basically they have a drug problem. They have a drug problem. She's been involved in prostitution. I mean, you know.
Type of drugs?
Cocaine, marijuana, you know, so maybe you might could get them some guidance with that. You know, they both young or whatever, but the problem was upon June 23rd.
That's the incident you're suing for? Let me allow him to get,
no, this is not the incident.
All right, go ahead.
Upon June 23rd, I had got shot in my leg. I was a victim of a drive-by shooting in Delana, in San Francisco, California. Delana was still staying with me at the time, so once she would get up and get her day started, you know, I would ask her to take me places in my car to, you know, handle my business, because I was in a wheelchair for like 2 weeks. So once my car got damaged, I didn't see them no more. I didn't hear for them no more. You know, it wasn't like the regular instance where, you know, the woman is fighting the other ex over the guy. You know, I wasn't like that. You know, I seen she needed help with her 3 boys. She had nowhere to go. So I opened up my home to her and the kids, you know. So
you were still kind of disabled at that time?
Yes, I was. I was in the wheelchair for 2 weeks. I was on crutches for like 2 weeks.
Did they ever find the perpetrator?
No, they never did. They actually arrested her kid's father for shooting me, but all the charges were dropped. They said it was a witness that saw him shoot me, but the witness never came to court or none of that.
You all believe that's who did it?
No, he was with me when it happened, so I know he didn't do it. Oh. Yeah, I know he didn't do it. My statement was someone drove past shooting me, which was happened. I don't know how.
They shot at you, or it was shot? They were shooting somewhere else and couldn't shoot straight.
Right.
Okay, like a lot of these other so-called gangsters who do the drive-bys and they end up shooting the kid or the senior citizen because they're too scared to approach their enemy directly.
Exactly.
So they ride by like chickens. I mean, they shot the kid and shot the senior citizen instead of going up to their enemy. Be a man. If you're a criminal, if you're a thug, be a real thug. Be a real gangster. Stop running. Don't shoot and run. Go up to your enemy. You're in the street, be a street guy.
Yeah.
Criminals, stay away from squares.
They took him to jail for it because he, you know, he had the tattoos and he had parole violations and, you know, so they took him to jail. But they ended up dropping those charges, dismissing them because the witness never showed up, of course, because there was no witness. Upon me being shot, she was still at my house. He had went to jail for it. She was still at my house with the kids. She moved out after they said that they were going to release him from jail. So upon her going back to the brother's house, she like, the kids didn't have any food. So I'm like, okay, well, since they don't have no food, how you gonna get some food? So she's like, well, can I use the car to go get them some food?
Now, you're suing for car damages. Yes. Is that what you're about to discuss?
Uh-huh.
Let me allow him to get some background first. Sir?
First off, let me say, Judge Mathis, not happy to be in court, but happy to be in your court than any other judge court.
Okay.
But
don't speak too fast. Speak too soon. Go ahead, though.
Well, as being young, I have gotten into some trouble being young, and I had a misdemeanor for stolen property, but it was dropped. I don't really have gotten that much trouble, but I go to school at Wildtech.
Why you so low energy today?
That's how I talk.
Yeah, I bet you ain't talking like that when you high off that blow.
I don't even do that no more.
You know, give him a rock so he can speak up. Talk up, speak up, get your energy up. Go ahead. You know how you usually do it. That's how I usually do it, isn't it?
Yep.
Go ahead.
It's not true. But yeah.
You've been to school? You're in school now? What's your status?
Yeah, I'm enrolled at Wildtech for automotive.
Good.
And I attend my church I've been going to for a little over 10 years.
Excellent.
I play the drums for my church.
Huh?
I play the drums for my church.
Good. All right. Good to hear that.
Yeah, I met her, like she said, through her baby daddy. I'm really
the father of her child.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she let me borrow the car cause she was too sleepy to, it was like 2 in the morning.
My statement was someone drove past shooting me, which was happened. I don't know how.
Think they shot at you, or it was shot? They were shooting somewhere
shooting
else and couldn't shoot straight.
Right.
Okay, like a lot of these other so-called gangsters who do the drive-bys and they end up shooting the kid or the senior citizen.
Plaintiff Unique Alley dated a man who has children with the defendant's witness, and she claims the defendant's witness is a drug-addicted prostitute.
Okay, we're going to get to the specifics on the car. Did you want to speak, ma'am? She said you were a prostitute.
No, I'm not a prostitute.
You want to stand up and state your name and say it?
No, I'm not a prostitute.
You've been in court before. State your name.
My name is Delana Smith.
If you're out there prostituting, you've definitely been to court.
I have prostituted, but no, I'm not a prostitute.
All right.
So, yes, I would like to say something. No, I'm not in church.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I did get the car from her. She did loan me the car so that...
Now, we're not getting into the specifics of the car yet. She has to tell me, and then you all defend it. So she's going to give me the specifics, and then it sounds like you were the one who received the car. Then I'll let you discuss it, too. You can stand next to him. Why don't you go to church with him?
I just don't go to church.
Why?
I don't have no reason why.
Well, you need some strength, don't you?
No.
Oh. Okay, you don't need any strength. You're strong enough to resist every temptation in the universe, huh?
No.
You're not strong enough to resist.
No, I'm
You
not.
don't even want to resist it. I got you. All right. Go ahead, ma'am. Tell me about the car you're suing for.
Okay, so upon July 1st, Delana had called me and said that she needed food in the house for the kids. So me, you know, she know I got a soft spot for the kids. You know, I got 5 kids of my own. I told her that that was fine with me, that she can use the car as long as she brought me my car back, you know, that night after she finished with the groceries.
And what happened?
I called her about 10 p.m. No answer. Nobody answered the phone. Kept calling till maybe 1 in the morning. Still no answer. The next following morning, I got up, calling, no answer still. I got in contact with a mutual friend of ours, and he said that he would go over there and see what was going on with my car. So he gets over there to the brother's house, and he's calls me like, oh, I think that, you know, like, you need to talk to them. So he puts them on the phone. She's like, oh, well, something happened with your car. David took the car because I was asleep, and he said he couldn't get in. So he said he took the car to his house and parked it in front of his house, and when he came out the following morning, somebody sideswiped it. So me in my head, I'm like, oh, you know, because I had just bought the car, really hadn't even had it 6 months. So I'm like, drive my car home. You know, sideswipe, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Bring it home, you know? So they like, okay, gets off the phone. So next thing I know, the mutual friend, he calls me, because I tell him, you drive my car. So I tell the mutual friend, you bring my car home. So he's like, he go get to my car. He calls me. He's like, oh, I can't even make it home in this car because it won't turn no corners. You know, it's just wrecked so bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in tears because I'm like, oh, you know, what do you mean?
Did you discuss it with him?
I called him, and he said that he told me the same story she told me. Oh, I parked it in front. I don't know what happened. Somebody sideswiped it. That's all he said.
Did they ever talk about repairing it?
Yeah, he said, he's like, I'll pay for the damages. I'll go to Pick and Pull, which is the junkyard, get the parts, and I'll fix it myself. So I'm like, well, when are you going to do that? He's like, oh, well, just give me a week. I'm
when
like,
was
okay.
this?
This was when it first happened.
I
so
know.
it had to be July the 3rd.
Of 11 or 12?
12.
Okay. So
I mean, keep in mind that I'm in a wheelchair, Judge, and I have doctor's appointments that I need to get to. And, you know, it was the day before the 4th of July. My kids wanted fireworks, and, you know, I do it big for my kids. Like, so that just threw off my whole vacation weekend.
Let me hear from you guys about the car and the damage. What happened?
Yeah, after I took her friend home, I came back to the house. I was knocking on the door trying to get in. Nobody was answering, so I just went home. It was like, probably at that time, it was like 2:30, 2:45. So I just went to my house, parked the car, and I didn't park it in front of my house. It was around the corner from my house because there's never no parking by my house because I stay by the lake. So I parked the car around the corner from my house, and I was kind of out in the middle of the street because since I dropped her off, I was holding to use the bathroom. So I just hurried and parked and got out the car and ran to the house to use the bathroom. But I never went back to the car until like early that morning because I was gonna drive the car back
That's
to
when
where
you
she
saw
was
it
at.
was Sideswiped?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I tried to move it, and then I got like, as soon as I got down the hill and tried to turn it, it wouldn't turn or nothing. So I just parked it again, and then I just walked to where she was at.
Do you believe you should pay for it? If not, why?
I believe I'm responsible since I did take the car and she gave it the keys to her and she gave it to me, but I don't feel the damages is that much.
All right. Let me have your estimate.
Oh, I don't have an estimate.
Well, how do you know?
Because that's not even how much the car is worth.
All right,
the whole
let me see
car is not
that.
even worth that much, huh? Oh, I don't know, but
You don't know if you don't know.
how much it's worth, but
Your Honor.
What do you have, ma'am? You have the estimate.
I have my estimate that they gave me from the auto shop, yes, and pictures.
And you presented them to the defendant? Have you ever told it?
she told me
Yeah.
700 at first. Like,
No, I didn't.
You
He
didn't?
told me
Quiet,
that
sir.
it would be $700 to fix my car. That's what he gave me the price. I never
Did
told
he
him
have someone
700.
come and look at it?
No, he came. He said he worked on cars or whatever.
Okay.
So he was going to do the work himself. Keep in mind that my car, it was an older car. You know, it's a 1999 Oldsmobile, but my car only had 100,000 miles on it. It still ran good, everything when I bought it. That's why I paid what I paid for it, which was $1,500.
Why don't you go to church with him?
I just don't go to church.
Why?
I don't have no reason why.
Okay, you don't need any strength. You're strong enough to resist every temptation in the universe, huh?
No, I'm
You
not.
don't even want to resist it. I got you. All right.
Plaintiff Unique Alley dated a man who has children with the defendant's witness, and she claims the defendant's witness is a drug-addicted prostitute.
Why do you want nearly double of what it was paid? what you
Because
paid
it's
for?
like, it's toe up now. I can't drive it. I can't do nothing to it.
Yeah, but
It's toe up.
Yeah, but you can't get more than you paid for the car, man.
But I need my car fixed. So if this is what they telling me that it
No,
costs
you get
to
another
get it
car.
fixed.
Like you paid $1,500 for that one, you get another one and pay $1,500 for another one.
Okay.
You can't have a loss and the loss be more than the cost of the property. You're getting exactly what came out of your pocket. What came out of your pocket was $1,500 to buy the car. You're getting the exact amount you paid, not even minus the mileage, not even minus the dents, not even minus anything. You're getting exactly what you paid for, and I think that's a good deal. $1,500 is your judgment, the exact amount you paid for the car. Who has the car now?
I do.
You do?
I towed it back to my house.
All right, so it's theirs now. Give them the title and it's his. They're paying for it. They're paying you $1,500, so it's their car. What are you going to do with it? $1,500 for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
And I don't prostitute.
Anymore?
I have prostituted, but I don't prostitute. I could say you a prostitute too.
You can say that, but there's no. I mean, I have no
So,
criminal record. So
I'm not
he
a prostitute
He
either.
can check your criminal record and see that's what you did.
No,
I
he
never
can't,
did
because
that.
I have no record saying that I'm a prostitute.
She does.
So check my record. Anybody can. I have no record
can, and it
saying
will.
that I'm a prostitute.
Well, there is no friendship. That when she left my house, then that was gone. You know, I'm back maintaining my household like I was doing before. That's over.